Hey, what's up? I'm Al Cox. I play games, make games, and everything in between. Today is day 3 of working on a new game, and I finally made some progress. I've got my core mechanic down. I actually think I came up with some other cool core mechanics I'd like to spend time with later. That'll be for another video. It's super important when you're working on a game to stay focused because it's really easy to get distracted by other cool core mechanics. Let's just talk about the game we're working on today. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe as I go through this process of making a game with you. Just to recap, the first 2 days were very difficult and stressful, which is really annoying and kind of part of the process of game development because you have this idea of what you want to make, and then when you sit down and try to make it, you hit roadblocks, you stumble, then you try to do something innovative and maybe you succeed or you fail. So when it came to day 3, I just spent a lot of time working on what I knew. I knew how to get a tile to move up and down. I knew how to get the ball to move while being dynamic in the world. And yeah, the ball has control issues that I am not happy with, but I've spent 2 days trying to figure it out. So I might as well get over it and keep moving forward. In the process of day 3, I found myself trying to make multiple types of games. And that makes sense because your mind just kind of wanders and goes in multiple directions and you want to investigate every direction as much as possible, but then eventually you find yourself not completing a game or not finishing your overall goal. Then you just give yourself more stress, and this is not the idea if you're just trying to make a game in like 5 days. After a lot of decisions, I just decided to stick with one core mechanic and try to build on that. That's what today is all about. Here's the game, and you can see that it's a simple ball bouncing on tiles. I added some cool background tunnels that actually moves when you move the character left and right. So you're actually controlling the tunnel. Now, it's more of a visual effect than anything else, but that visual effect is kind of trippy and cool. The core gameplay mechanic is the ball hitting the tiles, jumping off the tiles, and going up. Now, I'm sure people will complain about these points and the balls getting in your visual way. So be it. Watch the gameplay mechanic happen. There seems to be more lag now, and I'm not exactly sure why. I'll have to spend more time investigating that later. This wasn't always like this when I was playing with it the other day. That being said, the ball is still dynamic in the world, and getting more gravity will cause the ball to pick up momentum going down and also pick up momentum going up. In the game itself, I have multiple levels and layers. So here you can see that the first layer of the gameplay is around the Y0, but once you start improving, you can see that there's other hexagons higher up. And this will kind of just get the player to understand that there is more going on in the world than just what's happening on original layers. Just for fun, I can show you I was also working on this. This is also a very similar idea of how the tube is spinning, but you have tiles, and these tiles are connected to the parent tube. I might work on this later down the line. And overall, I find that when I'm just building and creating in Buildbox, I find other cool things that I want to pursue, but it's important to stay focused on what your goal is. And my goal here was to make a core mechanic gameplay that I can build out an infinite level game with. So day 4 will just try to be more polished, and right now there's a lot of lag that wasn't there yesterday, so I'm not sure what kind of changes I've made, so I will be spending time investigating that. But overall, I think it's a very simple game mechanic, and being able to create a game and publish it to the App Store and Google Play Store, which is something I just did yesterday, pretty straightforward. I should make a video on that as well, but in due time. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Till next time, peace.